Whether you're growing year-round or just want to extend your growing season, picking the right greenhouse is essential. But here's a mistake that many gardeners don't realize until it's just a little too late. Choosing a greenhouse that only fits their needs right now, without thinking about the future. You see, that's how people end up with one that's, just a little too small or too flimsy to handle their climate, leading to frustration and lost plants. But don't worry, we're here to help. Over the years, we've guided countless gardeners to the perfect greenhouse for their space, weather, and their goals, saving them not only time, but money, and let's face it, headaches. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to choose the best one for you. You ready? Let's dig in. The first question to ask yourself is, what do I want to grow and when? If you're thinking about growing heat-loving vegetables like tomatoes or peppers during the winter, or do you just want to protect your potted plants from the cold? The greenhouse you choose depends heavily on your growing goals. For instance, if you're planning to grow all winter in a cold climate, you'll need a greenhouse with great insulation and options for heating. But if you just want to extend your growing season, just a little bit into the early spring or late fall, a budget-friendly basic greenhouse might just do the trick. We went over this one in one of our previous videos, so make sure to watch it as well. Once you know when and what you want to grow, the next important step is understanding your local climate. Are you dealing with cold, intense winters? Mild winters with scorching summers like here in Texas? Or maybe stormy seasons? Knowing your climate, even the rare extremes, and how it affects your growing goals is critical when choosing the right greenhouse. You see, these two are very much tied together. So for example, if you live in a colder region, you'll need a greenhouse that offers great insulation and can handle snow loads. Without it, your greenhouse might collapse under that heavy snow, or you'll end up paying a fortune to keep it heated. Don't underestimate the heating costs. Greenhouses do not keep the warmth inside as well as a house does, leading to higher electrical bills. So, planning ahead for passive heating or picking a better insulated greenhouse will help you to lower those running costs over the years. Also, growing cold season crops during winter instead of, say, tomatoes, for example, would help cut down on that cost as well. In hot climates, like here in Texas, you need to focus on the ventilation and the cooling features to prevent overheating. Though insulation still helps to reduce the temperature swings and lowers cooling costs as well. Now, on a side note, in places with extreme heat, some people prefer to grow outdoors during the summer, avoiding the challenge of cooling a greenhouse. But if you're in the middle of, let's say, in a milder climate, and you want to keep costs low by using an unheated greenhouse, insulation becomes very important. A well-insulated structure can stabilize internal temperatures, extending your growing season without the need for heaters. Based on your climate, you may want to pick the best greenhouse shape. We've covered this topic in detail in some of our other videos, but here's just a quick overview. Gothic arches, like the Riga, are ideal for snowy areas because they have a very steep roof which allows the snow to slide off easily. Tunnels are versatile and affordable with good wind and snow resistance. And lean-tos, they save space by attaching directly to an existing wall. And if you're looking for something that handles really tough weather, the geodesic domes are an excellent choice. Their unique structure is incredibly sturdy, making them ideal for withstanding high winds and heavy snow. Plus, their design naturally cuts down on heating costs by distributing the heat more evenly, helping you save energy during those colder months. Now that we've covered the basics, let's talk about materials. The frame of your greenhouse is the greenhouse's backbone, so be sure to choose wisely. Wood gives a classic natural look but requires a little bit of maintenance. Aluminum is lightweight, rust resistance, and low maintenance. However, keep in mind that not all framing is created equal. Some greenhouses use very thin profiles, making them prone to wind damage, things of that nature. And then there are the premium greenhouses that use thick, sturdy framing profiles. And of course, there's glazing. The material covering your greenhouse. Our options are normally glass and polycarbonate, but some greenhouse kits may use polyethylene, polyfilm, or acrylic panels. So, glass is beautiful and it lets in a lot of light, but it's heavier and fragile to sharp objects. Polycarbonate is lightweight, durable, and offers great insulation depending on its thickness. We did a few videos on greenhouse covering materials. Be sure to check those out. We'll link them in the description below. Now that you've picked the greenhouse style based on your climate and your gardening plans, it's time to find the best location in your yard. The right placement can make a big difference in how effective your greenhouse is. While full sun exposure is important for winter growing, in some climates, it may not be the best option based on your growing plans. In hot regions, too much sun can overheat your greenhouse, even with the proper ventilation. So no matter what, you'll always need to consider the sun's angle. During the winter as well, trees and buildings, that might cast shadows when you need the most light. The best orientation is facing the long sides to the east for the morning sun, and while the sun moves, you'll get plenty of sunlight and the northern side exposure is minimalized. The goal is to pick the best spot available to you. It may not check all the boxes, but finding a location with enough sunlight, easy access, and water, and protection from strong winds will give you a solid setup. Remember, finding the right balance is key. Now, we've made a full video about this topic to cover it, that covers it in more detail, so make sure to watch that. Since we've been talking a lot about the basics, let me share just a little bit of our own greenhouse journey. Our plan is to grow mainly in the winter because based here in Central Texas, where the summers can be scorching, really too hot to grow inside a greenhouse and even outside from time to time. But winters around this area are relatively warm with the occasional, often sudden, cold front blows through. After weighing all those factors, we found the perfect model that handles our extremes. This greenhouse, the Nelke Pro. It has fantastic insulation to keep the plants cozy during those violent temperature drops. It also has some really great ventilation features that'll help us with those warmer days. But now we're still in the process of adding more accessories for those hotter days ahead, like an exhaust fan here, an intake vent, and a shade cloth. This greenhouse is a great example of how one product can work on both ends of the climate spectrum. And it has all the great qualities that we wanted, like a sturdy frame, tight-fitting polycarbonate panels that help to break the intense sun rays, wedge seals between the panels, and framing, not to mention a very good long warranty. Okay, next up, accessibilities and features. One key consideration is the door placement, especially with the greenhouse kits, because they may limit where you can actually place that door. So be sure that the door location fits your space and allows for easy movement with wheelbarrows for your plants. Also, think about the proximity of water and electricity. You'll need convenient access to both for irrigation, lighting, or for your heating systems. Ventilation is another crucial feature. Roof vents, side vents, and fans will help to regulate temperature and airflow. Plants, especially seedlings, need airflow and the right temperature. And believe me, greenhouses can heat up fast. Even if it's 40 degrees outside, the direct sunlight can heat it up to 80 degrees and beyond within just a few hours. So trust me, good airflow makes all the difference. It keeps your plants happy and it saves you from battling that heat buildup all the time. A well-ventilated and accessible greenhouse is just easier, which makes it more enjoyable to use. Finally, let's talk budget. Of course, you'll have a certain budget for your greenhouse, but it's tempting to go with the cheaper option. But one thing to remember, a greenhouse is an investment. Higher quality materials might cost more upfront, but they'll give you much less headaches when you're controlling that greenhouse environment. They tend to last longer and they require less maintenance. And one thing to not forget about is the insulation cost. Like a greenhouse foundation or a contractor, they may cost a little extra depending on the foundation you choose or whether you're going to do it yourself or hire someone else. So a few things to consider. Now that you've got the essentials for choosing the perfect greenhouse, we'd love to hear from you. What are you planning to grow? And what's your top priority when picking a greenhouse? Is it climate? Is it budget? Or is it something else? Simply let us know down below in the comments. So thank you for watching, and we'll catch y'all later.